starting the recording right now. We are doing our lecture for Design 301. It's Tuesday, December 1st, and we got a couple of things to go over. First, I want to let everybody know you're doing an excellent job. We're going to take a look and see really quickly whether we've covered everything and that you should feel comfortable with whether you got your money's worth for this class. And so we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna look at the schedule for the rest of the semester. I'm gonna talk about classes for the next semester, and you can grab me during an office hour or one of my appointments to talk about more if you need more. We'll talk very briefly about your portfolio and how to prepare for the final exam. You have plenty of time. So first, though, I wanted to check out. Whoops, that's not it. There it is right there. These are the student learning outcomes for this class. And so our goal is that by the time you're done, you will be able to do these things. So let's take a look, and you can see in your own mind whether you think you're able to do these or not. And we can discuss them if you have any questions. Demonstrate basic AutoCAD skills for producing technical drawings. Now, that doesn't mean that you produce technical drawings. It means that you demonstrate the skills that can be used to create technical drawings. Your technical drawing class is Design 302, which many of you will probably take next semester. Okay, so that's demonstrate the basic skills. What does that mean? That means draw a line, make a circle, make a square, do a little bit of work with layers and line types, copy, trim, offset. If you could do those things, you're ready, and do some annotations, you're ready to produce technical drawings. So I think we've covered that, and from what I've seen, everybody in the class does that just fine. I don't think anybody, you may feel that you might want to do more, and you might want to learn more, and I applaud that, and I think that's really cool. My judo instructor always used to tell me, be very happy with the skills you've learned, but never satisfied. Always try to get better. Okay, so that was number one. Demonstrate basic AutoCAD skills. Apply basic AutoCAD tools for developing orthographic and isometric projections, plan views, elevations, and details. Well, for sure, we all did some work together on orthographics, and we all did a little bit of work with isometric projections and reading them. And then some of you worked more on details, and some of you did elevations, and some of you did plans more than others. So that is just fine, so long as you did a good job at one of those, as well as orthographic projections. Then I think you've covered, you've mastered, or not mastered, you've soaked in what we asked you to soak in. So you can think about that. And again, from what I've seen, many of you have done that. As a matter of fact, most of you have far exceeded the minimum requirements here. Most of you have gone way, way, way past the minimum requirements. Okay, so apply basic tools to develop a variety of drawings. So we wanted you to do something that was sort of mechanical, something that was sort of civil, maybe do some landscape and maybe some architecture and maybe some interior design. But you've seen that you all have the same set of tools and that all of these are getting done by various people in class. So I think that the tools that you have learned can be applied to all of those. So I think that's cool. I think we've sort of done that. Here's the hard one. Determine whether technical drawings meet industry standards. Well, we haven't done too much of that, but your check prints and your discussion board work were meant to do that. So if you participated well and gave really good feedback that was clear and concise about technical issues, right? All the lines are closed. Your line weights look correct. Your line types look correct. Your dimensions look good. Your annotations are spelled correctly. Then you would be working towards that and you're doing a good job. So that's what, if you recall, on our first day of class, we kind of went over this. And, excuse me, I'm going to try not to sneeze. And so we've really covered these pretty well. And in my opinion, everybody who has been turning in their work and submitting their stuff has really done an excellent job of meeting these student learning outcomes, of achieving these student learning outcomes. Okay, so I just wanted to go over that because I think you all have done a really nice job. All right, so let's take a look at the schedule for the rest of the semester. And I posted this, and hopefully you've all read it, and it all makes sense. Your industry choice number 3 is due on Sunday, the 6th at 11:59. Now, for many of you, your industry choice number 3 is an extension of your choice number 2. So just put stuff in the most latest and greatest set of drawings that you've done, and you've done fine. Because as I said, most of you are working so far past what those minimum requirements for the student learning outcomes are that I'm just very satisfied, and I just want you to have an opportunity to practice drawing cool stuff. Okay? So that's due on Sunday. Okay? And we'll have Q&A today and on Thursday. Okay? So that's coming up. Now, once that's in, you've got 2 more things to do. One is you've got your final portfolio where you combine all of your portfolio submittals into one file. And we'll talk about that more next week because you can really make this look cool and put some effort into it, and that's neato. Or you can go, I'm sort of I'm going to do the minimum there. I'm going to put some stuff together and do it. And both are perfectly fine. What we see the purpose of these portfolios is they demonstrate to your future employers what you learned. And we've had many students come back to us and they go, the best part was when I showed them my Design 100 portfolio, and then I showed them what I had done a year and a half or 2 years later, and they saw how much I had learned and how fast I had learned and how much I had improved, that right there, they hired me on the spot. And they said, okay, we can work with you because you can really learn. So, yeah, you want this to stand out. You want it to be good. But you're going to look at your portfolios in a year or two and you're going to go, oh, my gosh, that is so simple. That's the idea. you want to record exactly the level of best work that you can do right now, and then show employers later on how much you've advanced. So I want to see your full combined portfolio, and it should be done hopefully in a manner that is professional enough to show to a future employer. So that will take you anywhere between half an hour and 2 or 3 hours next week. But you can be thinking about it. How do you want to put all those together? Do you want an overall cover page? Do you want a little explanation in the front of each one? Or do you want to just combine your portfolios all together and turn it in as one? Okay? And I'm going to show you in a minute a little video tutorial that will help you with that. Now, final exam, remember, and that's due, by the way, on Thursday, December 10th. That's our one odd day. It's not a Sunday. It's due Thursday, December 10th, because I would like to be able to give you feedback before you start your final exam, or for sure, I want to have your grades ready for you by the time final exams finish. So please have that combined portfolio done on time, if at all possible. And then there is a final exam. It's a skill demo number 2. Remember, we have no classes December 11th through the 17th. That's when your final exams are scheduled to be done. Now, you might have a professor who is having you do a final exam at a specific time, like I did the midterms, where you get on and we watch you and things like that. I am so unconcerned about that with you guys. You have all proven to me that you're doing your own drawings, that you're doing excellent work. I have absolutely no concerns that you will do your best. Good job. And so I just want you to do the final exam and do it and turn it in. And you do it anytime. You can even do it this week if you want, if you really want to. You just do it, okay, and submit it. All right? Do no later than Thursday, December 17th, because I will be submitting final grades for the class. I hope, my plan is to do that on Monday, December 21st, so that everybody will know what their grades are, and you can have a wonderful, happy holiday break, because you know that you aced this class. Okay? Anybody have a question on that? You can put it in the chat line, or you can pipe in. Does that all look straightforward? The dates are clear of when things are due. Okay, so that's for the rest of the semester. There's this week, the following week, and final exams. Okay, I also want to take an opportunity to talk about your classes for next semester. Okay, and you should know some things. There are some classes that are spring only. I'm going to make this bigger so that you can see it. This is the one that's really important for you. Design 328 is only offered in the spring. So if you are in design technology, engineering technology, art new media, anything like that where you're doing 3D solid models, you want to take this class in the spring to be really moving quickly through our program. If not, you will take a whole nother year till you can take it. Now, that class is super important for Design 330 and Design 360. More so for Design 330. Now, we do let people take it at the same time. So if you miss it, it's not the end of the world. We're very flexible in our prerequisites. But it prepares you so well that if you can take that, it would be a great one to take. So that's a spring-only class. So if you're in design technology or engineering technology, you would want to look to take that course for sure. 330 and 360, you don't have the prerequisites. You do not have, no matter how great I told you you've been doing, you're not nearly ready for those two classes. Okay? To get ready for those classes, you also need Design 300, 302, and it's best to also have 320 and 310 and 325. So if you want to get with me and sort of look at things and find out when they're done, in the fall, you want to be prepared to take those two classes in the fall. Okay? In the spring, next semester, you want to take this class and as many of these classes as you still have room for. Now, you might be going, I'm not going to kill myself trying to get done in 2 years. I'm taking my time. I'm working. I have a family. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You don't need to take all of that all at once. Okay? You can just kind of chill and ease yourself through. Right? But if you're trying to get as much done as quick as you can, your next semester would be 328 and any of these that you have not yet taken. 300, 302, or 320. Okay? So let's talk about what some of those are. And I'll do more on Thursday. 328 is solid modeling. So where you've seen that we've used AutoCAD and done press pull and things like that, that's the very, very, very intro to solid modeling. That whole course, 328, is solid modeling for engineers. So that's for mechanical and civil. 325 is solid modeling for architects. Okay? So, but we have everybody do everything. So you're going to work on all sorts of stuff, and it includes more than you can imagine. It includes structures, it includes land masses, it includes pieces, parts, stress analysis, tons and tons of really cool stuff. And you are all prepared to take it. The prerequisite is Design 301. You are prepared, but it's a step up. Technically, it's far more precise than anything I've asked you to do in this class. But I see that you're all prepared. Design 300 is material resources. And that's about the process and the materials to make a building. So from grubbing a site, getting rid of the plants and trees, to grading the site, digging ditches, pouring a foundation, putting in flooring, putting in walls and windows and doors and ceilings, and the process and the materials that are used so that that's all done well. That's what Design 300 is. And it's at a very basic level. You'll need to know what concrete is, what wood is, what steel is, what glass is. Okay? So that's Design 300. Design 302 are technical documents. Okay? So in this class, it was focused on drawing. Now, in the next class, 302, it's you draw it, but then you've got to present that in a technical fashion to get the information across in an industry standard manner. Your line weights have to be right. The line types have to be right. The text heights have to be right. The decimal places have to be right. The tolerances have to be right. The annotations have to be in the right place for an architectural drawing. So it's all about how do you create different types of drawings and make them look right. And Design 320 is about the design process. And that's where we put you in touch with a number of different programs. So you'll touch AutoCAD, SketchUp, Fusion, and Revit. So you'll touch them all, and then you will take, like you did in this class, 8 to 10 weeks to focus building your skills in one of those while you are doing design projects. And there's a process to design. And it doesn't matter whether it's landscape, interior design, mechanical, architectural, civil. Design follows a process all geared towards ensuring that your client is satisfied with the quality of whatever you deliver. Okay, so we go over all that. Next semester, I will have some programmers available so that your designs will be available for you to review in 3 dimensions. So I'm going to give you a real quick little tour here. So one way that we do these is we take 3D panorama designs and we put them into these virtual tours. We can do that with your designs in 320. It is so cool. And we can even make it so that cool, interesting things pop up. So like, I should have gone back to the fire extinguisher. Where's the fire extinguisher? There we go. We can say, this is a fire extinguisher and it's to put out fires. So we've got programmers that can create this for you from your design. In addition, we can go to, I'll go to the skill building maybe. We can go to the environment that you've made and we can put it directly into a surveying game. So I can put a surveying stick right on the ground and I can get my GPS location for it. Or, see, isn't this cool? I can go, oh, no, wrong one. Control. No, that puts a rod down. There it is, camera. I can put a camera there, and then I can look at it as if I'm looking at it through a survey scope. Isn't that cool? We can do all sorts of really cool things in 3D very quickly with the product that you make in Design 320. And we can do flight simulators, and we can put your environment into a video game that you can walk around in, that you can use for other items. So, or here's one. This one's really cool. Here's an environment. I had to learn how to drive a forklift. So here I am now driving a forklift. Is that too cool? Let's see if I can get around this corner with my forklift. Oh, I hit the corner. I did a poor job. So one of the things that you do when you make a model is it has a purpose. And so we will give you models that have a purpose, and we'll see if you we'll teach you how to get your designs right. Is that kind of cool stuff? I think it is. So that's what those courses are about. And you can think about those. Okay? Let's take a look and see what the schedule looks like. Excuse me. So 301 has plenty of sections. You won't have any kind of problem. 300, that one usually fills up. You'll probably want to get in it as quick as you can. But I think Professor NoCow will probably take extras if needed. 301, we have a bunch of different instructors who are all great. You can call them up or give them an email if you want some information about them. 302, Professor Welch is really cool. He is so awesome. Super great guy. He's a contractor. He really, really, really knows his stuff. So that's technical documentation. And this guy, you already know all about taking a class from this guy. And so maybe you want to and maybe you don't, but I'm the instructor next. I love teaching this class, by the way, Design 320. I absolutely love it. And so if you're in interior design and landscape, I don't think this is required. Maybe it's required, Janice, for interior design. But it's just a fun class. You will really, really, really like it. And we go through the entire design process up to the point where you simulate the manufacturing. Okay? So if you have room in your schedule, Janice, you'll want to take it. It's usually given every semester. This fall we were not able to do it because of the budget cuts. And so it might be a good idea to get it in next semester in the spring, Janice, if it fits in your schedule. It will be run just like this one, where it's Tuesday and Thursday afternoon, and then I'll record the lecture. So cool. Okay. So good. Well, then it looks like I'll be seeing you, Janice. That'll be groovy. You'll have all the skills down pat. You're like, you've got the whole system down. Okay. So there we go. So before we get into Q&A, I want to show you that there is a video on how to combine tutorials, PDFs. And it's a very, very good one. I'm just going to pop it up here. So on our YouTube channel, it goes over lots of different ones. I don't think you can hear it right now.
When you need to give your file,
but it's got all sorts of good stuff.
Program for Mac called PDF.
And it runs through how to do it in Windows, Chromebook, and Mac. So you'll be able to combine your PDFs of all your different portfolios into one with no problem. Okay? So there's a little video on how to do it, and then I'll go over it in much more detail next week. But if you're interested, you can be trying it and checking it out and seeing how you work with it. Okay, and to prepare for your final exam, that's skill demo number 2, essentially. Okay? And here is the link to the skill demo number 2. So you just have to walk through and be careful with your reading. The directions are right here. You do one of them. One of these. Choose any one. I better make that bold. So those of you who like mechanical stuff, you can draw that. And I've actually over-dimensioned it a little bit. I put this reference dimension in here for you. Okay? Now, my expectation is for many of you that I've seen you drawing already, this is going to take you much less than an hour. But you might take an hour. Whatever you turn in after that hour, that's good. Notice there's like 3 decimals and 2 decimals. And you can either just draw it in 3 views, or you can make a solid of it and put it in. And it says you can use any appropriate title block. I really don't care about your title block. Put something in that you like. For those of you who like to trace architectural details, trace this. Rectangle, 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 zigzag, copy, 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 or array. This is actually concrete. So you can put in, oh my gosh, this one I've seen many of you draw will probably take you 15 or 20 minutes. And if you want to make it to scale, you can even know that there's a distance between these and you can kind of scale it. I'm not asking for a certain scale. You may use any appropriate title block. For those of you who like to draw a floor plan, trace this and add as many of the details as you can in 1 hour. Any title block you want. If you want to make this to scale, it says this upper bedroom here is about 8 feet wide. If you liked the civil stuff, I've seen, again, some of you draw the civil stuff. This might take you 10 minutes. Some of you I've been seeing you draw. You are so fast. So here are the dimensions. Okay, just draw and look. Orthogonal, orthogonal, orthogonal. And close it. You don't even need to do anything fancy. Straight line, straight line, straight line. Close. Type in the stuff. Type this in. Okay? And you don't even have to put in the actual. It says measure the areas in square feet. If you don't do that, I don't really care. But if you want to, you can do it. Interior design. This is a box. Copy, 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 copy. Copy. Copy, 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 copy. So this one should be pretty quick also. If you're interested in drawing this. All the shelves are 3/4 inch. And you don't have to get it exact. You get it kind of close. Okay? But that's a bunch of rectangles to draw. And then if you're a landscape person, pop this in, trace it, Black and white is fine. This is circle, copy, 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 circle, copy, 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 copy. This thing just makes something kind of copy, pump, 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 pump. This, make it a rectangle with a rectangle with a rectangle. Okay, and it can just be black and white. Hatch, hatch, hatch. This one would probably take me 20 minutes. It's probably got the most stuff to do of all of them. Poor landscapers. So you'll pick one of these and submit a PDF, your AutoCAD, and I do want you to screen record your work if you can do so. Okay, how do you screen record your work? I'm pretty sure I have a video tutorial on that. So I'll make sure that I've got that available for you. Okay, so there we go. So that is what I wanted to go over for you today. The rest of the time is question and answer. If you have a question, put it onto the chat line, and I'll stop sharing my screen now. And if you've got a question, away you go. Just ask them. Otherwise, it's just, submit what you've got. Okay, so Oleg has a question. Yes, it will. Yes. Oh, do your license exam. Is this for drone or is it for pilot license, Oleg?
Can you hear me? Professor, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I can.
No, it's electronic classes. I take in electronic technology and FSC's license.
Gotcha. Yes. No, please spend your time preparing for your license exam. The one that you've got is absolutely fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we want you to do that.
For me, it take time to learn this. It's hard exam. So
yes. And I get it. It's doubly hard. You're taking a licensing exam in your second or third or fourth. I don't know how many languages you know. That makes it extra difficult. When I try to do something in Spanish, my wife is from Colombia, and so I know a little bit of Spanish. Oh my gosh, it is so hard in another language. So good luck to you on that. Please spend your time preparing for your exam.
Thank you.
Okay,
thank you.
Great.
Yeah, thank you for understanding. I love your classes, but I say it's like
that's good.
I catch what I need. I think I really like these classes.
Yeah. Good.
Got idea and got all tutorials and videos which I need to, and Thank you, Professor.
Okay, good. Excellent work. Okay, Janice. Yes, I did do the I thought I sent you a tutorial on that. I'm going to demonstrate it for you right now. And then Jake, I'll answer. If you've got a question, put your name down on the chat line so that I know that you're next. Okay? So just put your name on the chat line, and then you will be after Janice. So Janice, yes, I did figure it out. So I'm going to show it to you. And I thought I emailed it to you, but here we go.
I didn't get it.
Okay.
Sorry.
No problem. I'll demonstrate it and then I'll find it and then I'll send it to you. So here comes it's actually really cool. They did make it so that you can put constraints on. So it's something new called a constraint. So I'm going to present my screen.
Are you recording it?
I am recording it. So that's cool. So here we go. I'm going to start a new drawing. And I'm only doing it in one direction, but you can figure out how to do it in multiple directions. So here we go. I'm going to make a rectangle. So there we go. Right? And I'm going to put a line across it. And then I'm going to copy that up away. I'll offset that. Well, I'll do it with one line. No, I'll do it with multiple lines. Why is my nearest not working? There it goes. So let's say that I've got that. Okay? And I know that I can make that a block. Drawer. I'll pick a point. You know how to do all this stuff. And I'll open it in the drawing editor. So there it is, right? And you know how to make the parameter already. It looks like that. Now here's the trick. I need to do what's called a constraint. And I'm going to make sure, coincidence, this object is constrained right there. Oops, hold on a sec. I'm going to do that right. Coincident. Select the first point right there. Those are always coincident, and it's going to be that object. Maybe I've already got that one on there. Let me try that again. Coincident. Okay, let me see if that... I could have gotten that already. Then I've got action, stretch, parameter 1, there. So it's that coincident command. So I probably clicked a few too many times. But what it does is it says that point where they come together is always going to get stuck. Okay?
Okay.
Isn't that cool?
Yes.
And you can still do, you can go back and still do the things where you click on the properties, and you can still do the increment thing, starting with like 12 by every 12 up to a maximum of 48, something like that. So all that still works. Isn't that awesome?
Yes. Nice.
So there you go. And I think you can do that in the up and down direction too, but I didn't try that, and I don't think you'll have a problem with that. Cool?
Yes.
Okay.